as long as you show people that you care and that you're going to work really hard for them, they will do the same exact thing for you. Right now, I'm currently a tank platoon leader over at Fort Bliss. And when I met Jeremiah, I was actually in like the first couple weeks of starting like my officer basic course. And so I was really trying to be prepared as much as possible. I was like, how can I like really level up my life in a way that'll like put me at a better level to be a good leader, essentially. I didn't actually expect to be in the position I am now at this moment, but I am, and I am very grateful. But when I met Jeremiah, I think I was a lot more unsure of myself. I wasn't making any like really risky decisions to get more gain, I guess you would say. I think I've become a lot more confident, a lot more outgoing in the right way. I think more when I met Jeremiah, I was trying to be a little bit more out of my comfort zone, but not in the best ways. For me, like I tried to figure everything out on my own and do everything on my own. And then I finally was like, okay, I'm going to put myself around other people that probably feel the same way, probably have like that very A personality and like want to improve on themselves. So I just decided to kind of take the leap, and I did. And I honestly surrounded myself with people that could help me in several different aspects of my life. So it was really nice to do that. I would say the biggest hesitation for me was like financially. It's really asking yourself a question of like, how much are you going to invest in yourself, essentially? And it's like, if I do this, it's like a level of commitment where I'm putting this much into this program. It's for me. I need to make sure that I'm able to commit that time every day. And if I'm not going to do that, then I would just be wasting my time. I really had issues when it came to like fighting my mental with running. I have made significant progress because I've done things that like I never expected myself to ever be able to do. Just like the distance that I've been able to run since I've been with Jeremiah, and the amount of time in itself, because I started doing a program that was specifically based on time and like heart rate. And so I never thought I could run for like an hour and a half at like a certain speed to get a specific heart rate. Never in my life did I think I was going to be doing that. I've achieved one of my biggest goals, and I definitely attribute it to being how I've transformed myself as a leader in the past year. If I wouldn't have done Conquer Academy, I 100% don't think I would be the same right now going into having a platoon. I don't think I would have been as relaxed and like, I guess I would say stoic about the whole situation when it happened. Like that's definitely a good way to describe myself. Over this past year, I've become like a lot less reactive and a lot more proactive in like the way that I behave and the way that I conduct myself as a leader. And I think that Conquer Academy really helped me do a lot of that introspection that like helped me in like my, not just my marriage, but like my relationships that I have in my life. It helps me deal with a little bit more of the difficult relationships that I have to deal with on a daily basis. And then like, it also helped me nourish and recognize the good relationships that I have and like put more energy towards them too. So that's definitely one of the biggest ones for me too. When I say like I'm not as reactive and I'm a lot more stoic, it's something that I've always looked at in leaders and I've always wanted, but I never really had. I always get really excited and I get an immediate response, or like I'll get really like bad news and like I'd get like really pissed off. But like now I'm at a position where like I get bad news and I'm like, you know what, that's freaking awesome. Now what are we gonna do about it? I think being so much more comfortable with the chaos that happens in life and like coping with the chaos so much better has really developed me as a leader, not only just to be an example to my soldiers, because like how I am and how I hold myself is ultimately how my soldiers are going to start to look at. Being able to be such a good example, being physically fit, like being able to handle bad news and not be super reactive and just make a plan of attack to like fix it to the best of your abilities, and being so persistent in issues and like not allowing like one thing to put you at like a complete short halt and just sit there and wait. Being able to push past like obstacles and think around them and like just have better critical thinking skills in like situations where, in all honesty, like I have no idea what I'm doing. Now I'm at a position where like I'm completely comfortable being in that position, because genuinely, as long as you show people that you care and that you're going to work really hard for them, they will do the same exact thing for you. I would say what I love the most about working with Jeremiah is the constant mentorship, the multiple resources that were available to us to constantly have an answer to a question. And then also him being so flexible and available to answer our questions if we couldn't find an answer to our question. And then the creation of like that community with people where like you can meet so many different people that maybe aren't living near you, but have the same mindset as you and want the same things, allows you to like feel a lot more normal. Like when you're striving for things and people don't understand, or like when you can't achieve something and like really falling hard, and like it allows you to be around people who have already been through it or also going through it. And I think I would recommend Jeremiah to people who have tried so many different outlets that all they want is to like plug and play and like really improve themselves. Because I feel like a lot of people, they want it and they've tried researching and doing all the work to like improve upon themselves, but they don't really have like a guideline or a structure. And I feel like anyone who's really looking for that guideline or structure to be able to just take those resources and really push through their life, like if those resources are what they're looking for, then I would definitely recommend them to Jeremiah. Be ready to commit. Don't come into this if you're not 100% going to expect the amount of time that you want to put in. If you're not willing to make the commitment, don't do this, because you're just going to waste your time and everyone else's. And at the end of the day, like, you have to decide, is this the time in my life where I want to start investing in myself? And if so, what is it going to require of me? And will I be able to give that? Like, being able to visualize like what that's going to look like in your life and plan that in your every single day, it's a big deal. And I think that if you choose to take on the journey, it's going to be a lot of benefits for yourself. You're going to have a lot to come out of this with, but that's just me. Commitment.